خلينا quickly. Yeah. Always for just a question, we ask you for attitude or perspective or point of view. Here, how do people regard this person? Always find evidence for each answer. Many have come to tolerate him despite his disheveled appearance. We're not talking about tolerance of other people around him, and we don't have any information about his disheveled appearance. Imagine.
Yes.
Perhaps we have disheveled appearance when we mention, for example, his ears and eyebrows. It has a fair look. It had been brushed the wrong way. Okay, we can say this is evidence for disheveled, but we don't have any attitude for tolerance or accept him as it's like. But no, so it's nothing. But we're talking about if you feel concerned that he will their confidences. It's a problem. How did we know? As I mentioned here, when the doctor takes it off, the family secrets do not fly out like a flock of parrots, but it remain nicely bottled up beneath a dome of old and highly polished ivory. So this sentence it tells us that they weren't. They will divulge or not their confidences. So we support it could be letter B. But wait, some dislike how freely he discusses his own family. Didn't have any evidence about that, so not supported. Most like most would be unembarrassed by him, were it if it was not for his professional expertise. We don't have any information about his professional expertise or not. It's not mentioned or discussed. That means the test maker give you ideas not supporting the text. So delete it. Feel it? That's why. So letter B is the best answer supported in this part. Why not? Let's try again. Jump. What is the next one? If you answer it, you can say.
Is it C?
And C, it is correct. Yeah, why not? Find the hypothesis and then find some to support it. This is correct. Let's jump.
A.
So next one, it's letter A. That is right. Remember, therefore, cause and effect. That's perfect. That is great homework. What next?
Is it C?
Asking, but it's correct. That's a good answering. All right, and always remember that we need assertion and something to support it. All right, next. What's yours?
D?
Letter D.
Yes.
I don't think so. Let's try again, but no D. Remember, we need conclusion, we need to support it. Let's find.
Is it B?
If you have to answers at home, you can highlight them. Why not? So letter B, it's correct, yes. But we need to find the conclusion. He mentioned reviewing the data based on this fact, the students conclude, so that is the conclusion. So we need to support this part. So always focus on any sentence or answer, support this part. See that?
Yes.
Great. Now what about that? Set what a challenge.
Is it D?
Letter D is correct. Yes, you did that. Next.
This one I had a bit confusion in it, but I think it's A.
And A is the best answer. Always read the question. Support conclusion. What is the conclusion? Should fund it. The team concluded that those tools were more challenging to obtain, noting that. So what support it's a challenging to obtain. As he mentioned here, at each depth below the surface in the cave, the difference in the numbers of tools of each type suggests shells were easier to collect from the beach than to harvest from the seafloor. Is it like it's a challenge? Feel that?
Yes.
Right, let's jump. What is your answer?
I don't know if this is correct, but I think it's A.
Letter A, it's correct. That's right. What's yours?
Is it A?
Letter A, I don't think so. Let's try it again. You remember your conclusion? Well, let's read.
Is it C?
Yeah, if you highlight the answers, so it is C, correct. It tells us about yes, demonstrate significant increase. And we have details here, they can compensate by increasing. That's why. What is next?
I'm confused between B and D.
For the question. So support the conclusion. Always find the conclusion and be related to. Okay. So you said B or D?
Yeah.
It must be letter D. Now your job, find the conclusion. He said the team concluded, so this is your focus.
The team concluded.
Yeah, did you see here? the surface temperature approaches the maximum possible level. The percentage of sites where thermal pollution could feasibly possibly contribute to meeting home heating needs will increase. It is said here more than 80% of sites can meet most 25 of local home heating needs with pollution, but at maximum possible surface, more than 80 sites can meet. You see, it supports the conclusion. Do you catch it? And here he said more
Yes.
than 70, but here more than 80 to support the increase. That's why. Yeah. Also, the correct. What is next? You answer it, you can see the answer.
I don't know if it's correct, but I think it's A.
It's A. No. Let's read again together. Very cool. Remember, support and the conclusion. Let's read to find it. Yeah, we found here the conclusion mentioned interest among CSOs, departmental leaders, connecting with with more departments. So we found both of them increase. So there is more connection. If we read letter D carefully, the average number of departments reporting directly rose over the 3 period studies. This period, so support the conclusion. Let's find any wrong phrase or something in letter A. The average number of manager department leader reporting did not fluctuate from this part period to this part, but from 19 to this one, it's not about fluctuation, but it increased. But how didn't it fluctuate? It's fluctuate indeed. Look from 2 to 2.2 here, from 3 to 4, it's increased. So how did it? So wrong. Here again, he mentioned the average number of was highest, and this is part. It's not high, this is highest. So that's why. So let's always find the conclusion and read carefully. And remember, your answer must be on the graph and related to the paragraph text. Why? Because sometimes give you something on the graph correct, but it's not related to the conclusion. Do you catch it?
Yes.
Let's go to the next.
Can I read this again? Because I did not answer it.
Yeah, why not? Let's read it very quickly. It's a question support hypothesis. Hypothesis, let's see.
Is it C?
I think see we don't have any indication in the sentence about C. And it's focused on the speed of roasting the process, not the flavor. So he mentioned something not mentioned on the flavor. And if we focus on letter B, attempts to results in fewer than 6 minutes. So reduce the time or not, as he mentioned, hypothesized. So here's the hypothesize. Focus on the time, not the flavor. Do you know why I always tell you focus on the hypothesis? That's why. Try the next. Did you answer it or you need time?
I'm gonna re-answer it again.
Or not?
Is the answer B?
So the answer it must be letter B, correct? As he mentioned here, synchronize. So it can, as he mentioned from thermal interference, and he mentioned here again. Okay. the claim and illustrate to explain it, not opposite. So, what is your answer?
Is it B?
Are you answering or asking?
I'm answering.
So letter B or letter D? He said in the claim here, a person who takes comfort when she understands the world around her. So we need anything to tell us about around them. Look for letter D, of course. Alexandra drew her shawl closer about her and stopped leaning. All right, looking at the stars, the world around her, glittered so keenly, as you know, cautiously and eagerly, through the frosty autumn air. She always loved to watch. Comfort. Think of their vastness and distance, understanding, and of their ordered march. It fortified her to reflect upon the great operations of nature. See, when she thought of the law that lay behind them, she felt a sense of personal security, the comfort. So we have strong support in this answer. Look for letter A, for example. She looked fixed up the bleak street, bleak something not positive, if she were gathering her strength to face something negative. Here is it comfort, as if she was trying with her all might, with her power, to understand a situation which, no matter how painful, so there is no any information about comfort. So it's opposite to the claim. You found it.
Yeah.
So letter D is the best answer. Of course, B and D does not meet the claim or illustrated. That's why. So illustrate just like give more details about something, give emphasized information, give examples, give facts, explain it more, find the evidence this way, but related to the content, whatever the content, negative or positive, but must be similar. Right, now let's jump.
Is the answer A?
And the answer, it must be letter A, correct? Yeah, if you answer it at home, just say it, don't worry. All right, what is next?
Is it C?
And the letter C, it's correct. Remember the expression given that means because of that, as cause and effect, is it concluded? So that means when we give you this information, what can you conclude? So we need conclusion based on facts in the text itself. So you did it. Answer this one.
Okay, 1 second. Is it A?
And the letter A is correct. Now let's try the next. Did you answer it at home?
I answered, but I'm rereading it again, so
No,
check if my
I just say the answer. If it's correct, skip it. If it's wrong, will you answer again? No problem.
Is it A?
So letter A and the letter A, it's correct. That is brilliant. You always focus on the underlined only.
Yes.
It.
Is it B?
So we want to make it letter B and B, it's correct. It's brilliant. And remember, we need reason. Great answer. Let's jump.
B.
Letter B, sure.
No.
Are not sure, so B, it's correct.
Oh, really?
But we need to find the evidence. He said thus. So based on these facts, those who primarily view Zelda as an inspiration for writings. So what could be? Here, risk of misrepresenting the full range of Zelda contributions to literature. This is people could risk misrepresenting, misunderstanding. Because Zelda authored several works herself. such as these novels, not as a contributions by his husband. Catch it?
Yes.
But overlook the many factors wrong, how inaccurate, and here over, so jump.
Is it A?
So letter A is the best. Good hunt. Let's jump. Question.
I had some confusing in this question, so I don't know if it's correct. But I think it's C.
So do you hate graphics?
What?
That means you hate the graphics question.
Yeah.
Let's find it. He said here, for example. For example, for what? For the sentence itself. Treatment with particular concentration was associated with accelerated germination. So we need answer to support this one only. Now let's find it in letter B.
Is it B? Okay.
Yes. At 480 hours, more than 70% of seeds is treated with these materials at a concentration of per liter had germinated. Whereas only approximately this untreated. So this is more or not. This means associated with accelerated. That's why. Feel it?
Yes.
Let's find the letter C. He said at hours 90, yes, it's had germinated. But how to say less than 50 of untreated? That's on the graph. Catch it? So we give you the half of the answer correct, but the other half not.
Yes.
That's why. So your answer must be on the graph and at the same support the text. For example, means we need evidence for a sentence, not everything. Yeah, let's jump. Need support to conclusion again. So we found here it must be letter D. So letter D, it's correct.